This is a fan-generated show. If you would like to support us, please go to jamieglazov.com, and also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. All your support is greatly appreciated.
Good evening. Welcome to the Jamie Glazov Moment. Tonight, the United Kingdom refuses to give Asia Bibi asylum. The death of Europe. My friends, so there was some good news for a minute. The Supreme Court in Pakistan recently acquitted Asia Bibi of the blasphemy charges. Now, can't tell the whole story this evening. We've been covering this. Just Google Asia Bibi, Glazov gang if you want to see our previous shows. But this is a Christian woman that's been rotting for 8 years, up to a decade, in Pakistani jail because she's been falsely accused of blasphemy. And that's even a little strange to say too, because we don't even know, like, falsely accused. What is really blasphemy according to Islam? A whole other issue, but in a lot of cases it's what the members of the religion of peace don't want to hear about their prophet. And so there's no First Amendment or free speech, etc. But Asia Bibi is a Christian woman that's been suffering, languishing for many years in a Pakistani jail. So the Supreme Court in Pakistan acquits her. Great development. And then as expected, the riots in the streets of Pakistan. Masses of Muslims in a rage, wanting her blood, wanting her to be killed, wanting her to be beheaded. They want her blood. They want her family's blood. They want her lawyer's blood. They want the blood of the judges on the Supreme Court. Now, the Pakistani government surrendered. Perhaps not a big surprise. The Pakistani government surrendered in the sense that to stop those riots temporarily, they promised not to let Asia Bibi leave the country. So even though she's been acquitted, every day something changes, but she remained in jail. Now we're not sure exactly where she is. There was a rumor that she had been flown out of the country, but now they say that that's not true and that she's still in jail or in hiding somewhere because her life is in grave danger. But the Pakistani government has now promised to the protesters and to the imams and the muftis there and to the masses of Muslims in the streets that want her blood that they're not going to let her leave the country and that they're going to have the acquittal reviewed, whatever that means. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all over the fact that Asia Bibi, a Christian woman, drank out of a cup. And the Muslim women around her were infuriated because she made the cup dirty because she's a kafir. She's not a Muslim. Only Muslims are allowed to drink out of that cup. And it all started from there because the Muslim women surrounded Asia Bibi, started bullying her and telling her to convert to Islam. And under those circumstances, she said something along the lines of how she believes in Jesus Christ and will never abandon Jesus. And from there stemmed the blasphemy charges. This is why the rioters in the streets of Pakistan want Asia Bibi's blood. This is why the rioters in the streets of Pakistan have now forced the Pakistani government to surrender. Okay, so it's understandable to a degree. You know, we can wrap our head around this Pakistan, an Islamic country following Islamic blasphemy laws, Sharia, etc. But guess what the new development is? Asia Bibi and her family were asking the United Kingdom for asylum for Asia Bibi. This is the United Kingdom. It's not Saudi Arabia. It's not Iran. It's not a Muslim country. It's not anywhere where Sharia law is the rule of the land. We're talking about the United Kingdom here. The United Kingdom denied Asia Bibi asylum. Guess what? For security concerns and for concerns about unrest among the Muslim population in the United Kingdom. The government is worried about the reprisals from the Muslim population. Now, why would there be reprisals? Let me see. I wonder if it has something to do with Islamic blasphemy laws. And maybe it's I just don't know. I thought Islam was a religion of peace. Why would the United Kingdom, why would the government of the UK be concerned to let a Christian woman into the country? But that's where we stand, ladies and gentlemen. The United Kingdom is concerned for reprisals from its Muslim population, for the threat to British embassies abroad as well. And Theresa May's Britain, overall, has surrendered to Islamic blasphemy laws because of its dread and its fear of its Muslim population. I would say that this is very much a turning point, ladies and gentlemen, in what's happening in the decline, in the fall of Western civilization. In some ways, I would say that this really is the telling landmark watershed, when the United Kingdom will not let Asia Bibi, a Christian woman, into the country because it fears the reprisals from its Muslim population, and it has surrendered to Islamic blasphemy laws. This is the death of England. This is the death of Europe. That wave is coming here. It's coming to the United States. It's coming to Canada. I want to ask a lot of questions, but they'll have to be on another program. But I want to ask where the Me Too movement is. I want to ask where leftist feminists are. This is a woman. She's been in jail for 8 years. She's not allowed into the United Kingdom now because of the surrender to Islamic blasphemy laws. So I'm wondering, where are all the leftist feminists to support Asia Bibi? Well, I forgot. They're not going to support Asia Bibi because she's a Christian woman. That doesn't apply. What does apply right now? What applies right now is the Islamic blasphemy law. And let's just have no mistake about this. What is happening to Asia Bibi, why the members of the religion of peace are out in the street wanting her blood, is not because they dreamt of something or misunderstood something. You don't see any counter protests about this from Muslims anywhere. That's because of the Quran, chapter 5, verse 33. It's because of the Quran, chapter 33, verse 57. It's because of the Quran, chapter 9, verse 12. It's because of what's in the Hadith in Sahih Bukhari and in Sunan Abu Dawood. My friends, this is rooted in Islamic texts. If you know that, that's fantastic. If you do not know that, please educate yourself, study, and get involved to tell the truth about where Islam stands on these things, because by telling the truth and knowing the truth, we become engaged and we do not surrender, and we protect women like Asia Bibi, who needs our defense and protection right now. We're really hoping and we're praying that President Trump would stand up perhaps on this if Asia Bibi doesn't find a home. Maybe even Prime Minister Trudeau in Canada, who says he's a big feminist, but I'm yet to hear him make any speech on behalf of Asia Bibi and to really vocally, verbally denounce those protests, denounce what the United Kingdom has done, and to invite her to Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, my book that's coming out, Jihadist Psychopath, explains why Asia Bibi, explains why cases like this are occurring. And it explains why we have the phenomena that we have of why the United Kingdom surrendered just now. It explains this whole process of our surrender in a very original and I would say groundbreaking light. So get the Jihadist Psychopath and equip yourself, and in so doing, it'll strengthen all of us to come to the defense of suffering Christian women like Asia Bibi, and also in so doing to defend our way of life and our civilization. We'll see you soon on the Jamie Glazov Moment. Good night.